Anyways, welcome, AbbyJamz. Hello, everybody. I usually do this with my normal cam, but I guess I failed to set it up right. Anyways, I'm Phantom Limb Gamer. You may call me Phantom or PLG. I am the host with the most, just not the most legs. I am a left baloney amputee. But what I lack in limbs, I make up for in personality and sense of humor. And Faye would say charisma as well. This is Retro Rap with PLG. This is a bit I do every Saturday where I interview other retro or variety streamers on Twitch. It's a great way for Twitch streamers to get to know each other. Hey, Square 1986, welcome in. Thank you so much for joining. It's a great way for streamers to get to know each other. More importantly, the purpose of this is to have to let viewers of this try to find other chat communities they can become a part of. And I can't. There's when I think of awesome chat communities, Abby's is one of the first that come to mind. It's just an awesome community, and Abby herself is just an awesome streamer, and one of my favorite people on Twitch, easily. And so this is AbbyJamz, everybody. Welcome, Abby. Thank you so much for agreeing to this interview. I've been looking forward to this ever since you agreed to it.
Yeah. Thanks for asking me.
Yeah, absolutely. And I just have to. So, is there anything you want to just kind of give a quick intro about who you are, kind of what kind of stuff you like to do on Twitch and so forth? Like an elevator pitch?
It's weird for me to talk about myself. I don't know. I just play video games on Twitch. I mean, I'm like everybody else.
Okay. Fair enough. She is a retro streamer. She's she's a fun streamer. She keeps a very fun chat community. So I guess we'll just dive into it, Abby. Why did you decide to become a Twitch streamer?
I wanted to like a couple of years ago, but I was really anxious. So I had all this stuff to do it and just didn't do it for a couple of years. And I just kind of forced myself to do it. Like the main reason, I had like three main things that I wanted to do whenever I started streaming. One is like, I wanted to beat more games.
Okay.
Two, I wanted to like socialize more. Because I'd spent like a few years like just almost in total isolation before that. So, and three, what was the third one? Maybe it was just those two things.
That's okay. Hey,
three is the question mark, and then four is profit.
Oh, okay.
Right, like.
Fair enough. Hey, Rose, thank you so much for coming in. Hey, Miss Ted, thank you so much for coming in. If you're just coming in, we're interviewing AbbyJamz. I'm going to put her information here. That is her Twitch link. Give her a follow, and this is her Twitter. So you can give her a follow on Twitter as well. And she is a retro streamer. All right, let me ask you this, Abby. To someone that would say to you, streaming is not a real job, what would your response be to them?
I don't know. I mean, it can be a real job. You know? Like it can be somebody's real job. I think the type of person that says like, "Hey, streaming is not a real job," they're jealous that like you can stream as a real job and they can't. So I wouldn't put too much like weight into like what they have to say. Besides, if that's someone's opener, they're gonna come in and just start like insulting you. Like what? I don't think you should like waste your time with them anyway.
That's a great answer. And to kind of piggyback off of that, people think like, at least the opinion that I get of a lot of people in my family and friends that don't understand what streaming is, even though I explain it to them, it's literally playing video games and people watching you, is that like, it can be tough to be a streamer because you're an entertainer in a sense. And the last thing, in my opinion, the last thing you want to do is just sit here and just sit there and look at your screen and play video games while you got a chat going on and you're not talking your chat, you're not acknowledging your chat. It really is you're an entertainer, and that's why I think it's cool with like the channel point redemptions and everything. It's cool, I think, to be creative with those because people come to you to be entertained. So it is a real job. I really do believe that, whether you're full time or part time. But I like your answer. Other than being a streamer, Abby, what are 3 interesting facts about you?
See, these like kinds of questions are so hard for me because I don't think I'm very interesting.
Aha. But we all think you're interesting though.
If you say so. I don't know. Let me think for a second.
Sure.
I know, like, I know I should have thought about this beforehand. You sent me all the questions, so.
That's okay. You want to come back to it?
I went to Wiener High School. That was the actual name of the high school. I guess that's interesting, right?
Wiener High School?
Wiener High School. I wish I would have thought about it. I have a shirt that with the logo with everything on it.
Please tell me your school name. Like the football team were called the Dogs.
No, it was the Cardinals. It wasn't like
the Wiener Dogs.
That would have been perfect, but didn't work out that way. I think Wiener is bad enough, but the water company in the city of Wiener, is called Wiener Waterworks. You can't make something like that up.
Wiener Waterworks. That's hysterical. Okay, so you went to Wiener High. Any? It doesn't have to be 3 facts, but anything else that you think that's interesting about you, or that you think other people would find interesting?
Other people would find interesting. I own a ton of video game consoles.
Oh, okay.
Maybe somebody would find that interesting.
Yeah. What consoles do you have?
Oh man, I have a. Do you want me to list them off?
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Let's hear
okay. I have a Game Boy. Let's start with the portals. I have a Game Boy Advance SP. I have a 3DS XL, PSP, PS Vita, Neo Geo Pocket Color, a regular Game Boy Advance, a Wonder Swan Color, Game Gear. I have a Nintendo Switch, a Wii U. It just goes on and on. It's a lot. It's too many. Wow. It's too many. But like I've been like collecting games and stuff since like I got my like first NES on my 7th birthday. So
you remember which birthday you got your first NES on? That's pretty cool.
Yeah, 7th birthday.
Wow. Do you remember the first NES game you ever beat?
No. It was probably Mario.
Mario?
Yeah, we had like the console that I got came with Super Mario / Duck Hunt, like the 2-in-1 cartridge.
Sure.
So I played that all. I do remember finding like it was getting close to Christmas, and my brother and I were like digging around our parents' like closet, and we found like a couple of Christmas gifts and let us have them early. And mine was Ninja Gaiden 2. So, and I still have that cartridge.
Wait, I feel we gotta back up here. You dug through your parents' closet to find Christmas gifts, and then they let you have them?
Well, we found them. Like, what were they gonna do? Be like, oh, forget about that. And then 3 days later, like, like nothing happened. I don't think that was gonna work.
Oh, that's pretty funny. One thing I've obviously, as you know, I've been in your community a lot. I feel you're really good at engaging with your chat. Why is that something that is important to you? Because I feel that it's important to you because you make it a point to do it. Why do you feel that's important?
It is important to me because, first of all, just like the fact that people would want to come hang out with you while you play video games. Before I started watching Twitch and like live streams and stuff, I didn't fucking get it either. I was like, I want to play the game. I don't want to watch somebody play the game. And like I didn't get it until I started watching live streams. I think one of the first ones I started watching was like Intrigue Gaming on YouTube. I'd watch him and Media Glitch and Radical Reggie, and I started realizing it was more about like hanging out with people than it was like playing a game and stuff. So whenever I started streaming, I just knew that was going to be the most important part and look, it's important to me too because I don't socialize much. You know what I mean?
Sure.
I'd kind of gone through some things and like kind of isolated myself to like have like a better control of like what kind of like craziness happens in my life. So it was just really important to me too. So I knew as soon as like people started like dropping by the stream and stuff that I was just excited to see them. It wasn't even about making them they were just always a priority. You know what I mean? It's like I can play a game anytime, but like when someone's like spending time with you, like that's like one of the most like precious commodities we have is time. To think that someone would spend time with you, that's really important to me. I don't know.
That's a great answer. I really like that answer. And one thing for those that may not have visited Abby's chat community before, she'll like pause a game for like 5-10 minutes and like scroll through chat and respond to people. And I love hanging out in the chat for that reason. You're so personable and entertaining, and I just love that you pay attention to the chat. I just think that's great. How do you feel you make new viewers feel welcomed in your community?
I always make sure to say hi. Like Twitch tells you to if it's like their first time in, so like I make it a point to say hi because I know sometimes like when you'll go into a stream you've never been to and you say hi, sometimes people miss it, and like it's not their fault because there's a lot of stuff going on, but like I don't know, it makes you feel like you're a part of it whenever like someone acknowledges you. So I try to always make sure to do that.
It's such a, some might say that's a very common sense answer just to say hi, but it's amazing how some streamers don't say hi. And it's simple, hey, how are you doing? Like I'll go into a stream sometimes and they'll have like 5 or 6 viewers and I'll go in there and I'll say hi, and I could get if there's like 30, 40 people, yeah, I get that. But if you got like 5 or 6 viewers in there and you don't get acknowledged, I just think, oh, okay, well, I'll just move on to someone else. So that's a good answer. Just saying hi, how you doing? If you're just coming in here, we're interviewing. This is Retro Rap with PLG. We are interviewing AbbyJamz. She is a retro streamer, and this is her Twitch channel. Go give her a follow, and then oh wait, there we go. And then if you'd like to follow her on Twitter, that is her Twitter handle.
Hey there, Square. I'm just seeing. I hadn't even looked at the chat.
Oh.
Rose Taser, Fairy Wings, and Harry's. Good to see you guys.
Let's see. Okay, what is your favorite? Maybe you don't have a favorite, but maybe like what's one of your favorite retro gaming series of all time and why?
I have a couple. Castlevania is one of my favorites.
Okay.
I like the classic games. I like the 3D games. I like the Metroidvania games. They're all just really fun. I love the Gothic style. The music's always incredible, and the gameplay's just always really good. I don't know. I really enjoy Castlevania. I wish they would do something more with it. And Mega Man. Mega Man's one of my favorites too. I know you like Mega Man too, so.
Yeah, you had mentioned to me you did a was it in May that you did like 1 through 11, and I missed it. Maybe we weren't. I don't know if I knew you in May though, so I could have been. I just didn't know who you were in May yet. But I wish I could have seen that, man. Oh, I love watching streamers play Mega Man. I just my eyes are glued to the freaking screen.
I'm probably gonna play through them again at some point. It was a lot of fun. Some of them I hadn't played in like 10, 15 years, so it was really nice.
So from one Mega Man to another, one Mega Man fan to another, what do you feel? What is your favorite Mega Man game, if you have one?
My top two out of the classic series would probably be Mega Man 2 and Mega Man 9.
Whoa.
I don't know, I just love both. I love both of those.
Mega Man, I played through that for the first time not that long ago. That game was hard.
9, yeah, 9's brutal.
God, it's like I think I was at Wily's Castle, and it's just brutal. Like there's like these fire things shooting like lava coming out of these guns, and you got to time it perfectly, and I couldn't do it. I was like,
and then you have to shoot it with the cement.
Yeah, but I couldn't time it though. I couldn't time it right, and I kept dying. And I'm not very good streamer when it comes to having patience on a game. If I start dying too much, I'm like, F this. I'm just playing something else. I can do it. Because when I get frustrated, like a lot of gamers, when I get frustrated, I don't do well. And I don't want my audience to sit through that.
I got really upset. I got to like the Wily stages. I got like to stage 3, and I was like, I'm going to buy some E-Tanks. And I went back and bought E-Tanks, and it took me back to Wily 1 whenever I went back to the castle, and I was like, oh my god. I think I ended stream.
Oh, no. Oh my god. If that happened to me, Abby, I'd probably never play the game again. I'd be that mad. I
came back the next time, but I was not happy. That happened, I was like, let's raid somebody.
Let's raid someone. That's it, we're done. Let's see here.
Oh, god.
What can new viewers expect if they visit your chat community?
Bad gameplay. Probably phallic speak. And just like internet poop. I guess those are the 3 pillars of my channel. I don't know.
Well, if you've never been to AbbyJamz channel before, guys, go check it out. It's a fun channel. She's a great streamer, and it's just a lot of fun over there. In your opinion, Abby, as a streamer, what's more important to you? Average views, actual channel content, or number of followers, and why?
I mean, actual content, right? I would think so. I mean, if you're not having fun, if you're not enjoying doing it, then why do it in the first place? All that other stuff is just kind of like, I guess, icing. I guess, I don't know. Like the only reason I care about like average like viewers and stuff is just because I want to get that partner like check mark. And it's like I just want to do that to say that I've been able to do something. You know what I mean? They don't make it easy, so. But after that, I really don't care. Like, I just enjoy hanging out with people.
Yeah, and the reason I asked that is because I asked a lot of other streamers that, and I know a lot of streamers, they obsess over average views. And like, yeah, I know streamers they'll like be playing, and I'm guilty of this too. They'll be playing an OBS, and then they'll switch over to the Twitch website and look at their own channel and see how many viewers they have. And a lot of, I know a lot of, and I stopped doing that because I'm tired of obsessing over it. But you're right. I think I agree with you. Channel content, because if you don't have good content, people aren't going to want to hang out on your channel. So I agree with you.
If you take care of the content, the other things just kind of follow, I guess.
Everything else falls in place. You're right. Why should new viewers come to your channel?
They shouldn't. I don't. I don't know. Like, I don't know why like people are there in the first place. Literally, like one day, like I had like 0 viewers, and then like people just started spilling in, and I guess it's just because I'm stupid or something. Like, so I don't know. I really don't know what to tell you.
Well, I'll tell you why you should go visit Abby, because you'll have a lot of fun on the channel. It's a very safe place, and it's it's an entertaining place. It's a place you can go and you can chill, you can laugh, and you can have a good time.
Thank you for that. I gave you a horrible answer. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. It's a tough question. That's cool. What are 1 or 2 pieces of advice you'd give to a new Twitch streamer and or a streamer pushing for affiliate?
No, I don't know. Like, just have fun. Just have fun. A good, like, anytime. It's. I'm not gonna sit here and be like ultra positive and stuff because, like, I don't care who you are. If you're on Twitch, if you're streaming on Twitch, you want people to watch you. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, numbers matter to you at least a little bit. Like, in your heart of hearts, you know. So my thing was always finding like one thing to be like. If you were like kind of like struggling or something, find like one thing like in the stream that like you were like happy about. It can be like something as simple as like, oh, like made a new follower today and like they're really nice and we had a good conversation, something like that.
That's cool. Yeah, no, I agree. I think I also think one thing that really helped me was I visited a lot of, even before I started streaming, I visited a lot of other streamers' channels, and I was very active in them. And also, you're right, numbers do matter. And if you want to be a streamer, and or if you're a new streamer, or if you're pushing to be affiliate, you want to make sure. The other thing too is like I always try to. I know not everybody. I know it's not easy always. You know, they say fake it until you make it, but always try to be happy and look like you want to be there with your followers, with people that are in your chat community. But no, that's a great answer, Abby. I'm gonna open it up here. That's the questions I have. I'm gonna open up here to anybody else. Any appropriate question? I always have to say appropriate because we kind of know each other here, and people like to, I'm just going to throw this zinger out there because I know Abby and she'll get a kick out of it, but I want to try. I try to keep this semi-professional. So does anybody have any appropriate questions for AbbyJamz? I know Miss Ted will have a question for sure. I could probably bet on what question she's going to ask.
I'm a pretty open book too. Like, I don't think I'm interesting, but if you do have a question, like, I don't care what it is.
Well, that's good enough. So there you go, guys. Anything goes. Any questions you guys have? And while you do that, I'm gonna put your information here again. Are you on Insta? Oh, wait, Pesty, do you like carrots?
Sure.
Okay. Not sure where that came from.
Consider yourself lucky.
Miss Ted, would you? I love this question. Would you rather fight 1 horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses? That's a great question. I love that. She asked that of everyone.
Probably the big one. Probably the big. Let's go with the big one. You could maybe dodge the big one. Like, if you have 100 of them, like, that's a swarm.
Yep.
It's not a good idea.
Mighty Collector. Hey, Mighty Collector, welcome in. Thank you for coming into the channel. This is Retro Rep of PLG. I am Phantom Limb Gamer. You may call me PLG or Phantom. We are interviewing one of my good friends here, AbbyJamz. Anybody else have any questions for AbbyJamz? And if you would like to give her a follow on Twitch, that is her link. And there's your Twitter.
Another thing that, like, you're talking about, like, things that really kind of could be helpful to someone first starting out.
Sure.
I noticed, because I started, like, hanging out on Twitch and just, like, through the pandemic, I was just, like, watching people and stuff and was just active in chats and stuff like that. And I would say maybe do that. make some friends and stuff and everything. Like, whenever I first started streaming, like, I didn't tell anyone I was doing it. They just, like, a few people stopped by because, like, they knew me and they wanted to come hang out and stuff. So I think that helps too. Plus, like, you get to make friends.
Yeah,
and like most everybody on Twitch has been really cool. So
yeah, it's really kind of amazing how the pandemic has shifted our way of socializing, because it's not so much more about going out and doing stuff and meeting people. Now Twitch is like, Twitch, I would imagine, has grown in numbers. I don't have any stats to back this up, but I would imagine Twitch has grown in numbers since the pandemic, with more streamers and more viewers. And to your point, Abby, I've made a lot of friends, and these are like people I'm gonna go visit. Like they're I consider them like you and Faye, and I consider you guys close friends of mine because I've gotten to know you through this, and it's just awesome. Let's see, Faye, do you think Twitch has improved your quality of life? That's a good question.
Yeah, it has. It has for sure. Like we were talking about, I've made like a lot of friends that I wouldn't have if I hadn't started streaming on Twitch and watching Twitch streams and stuff like that. But I was starting to laugh because I was like, well, some nights I get like 3 hours of sleep, so that's kind of like debatable. It's all a balance, I guess. But mostly, it's made things much better. Like, last year, this is a good example. Last year on my birthday, I was completely alone.
Oh.
My mom had found out she had like some medical condition, and that was scary too. It was just an awful time. And this year was like the total opposite. I didn't get to stream on my birthday because it was like the day off Twitch thing, you know. So we did something in the Discord, and like so many people came by the Discord and stuff and like hung out and everything, and it was just the complete opposite of last year, and it really meant a lot to me. So yeah, it's made a big difference in my life.
That's a good answer. Let's see. Coma is asking, of all the platforms you own, what is your favorite game and what platform is it on? We kind of touched on this, but you can go ahead and answer it again, Abby.
Usually my favorite game, it's always in the top like 2 or 3, but Chrono Trigger on Super Nintendo.
Oh, okay.
It's just so good. It's just so good. But I have been playing a lot of like Castlevania, and Super Castlevania 4 is one of my favorite too. So, I really love Super Nintendo. I love the 16-bit generation, so I play a lot of like Super Nintendo, Genesis, and TurboGrafx.
Okay, and then Pesty is asking Adventure Island or Mario Brothers.
Mario Brothers. Adventure Island's fun, but not fun. Mario Brothers is just fun.
I've actually never played Adventure Island, but I was watching Princess Za was playing it, and I watched her, and I was like, and she was really enjoying it. I'm just watching, like, this does not look fun to me, but she really got into it. Like I just, it looked really hard. It looks like
It's super brutal because you lose your weapon, and then the game like just withholds a weapon from you for like a whole stage, and you have to dodge everything, and it's just miserable. I saw her playing it too.
Yeah,
I felt bad.
She was really getting into it, and the other game I can't stand, like Ghosts and Goblins. Like, there's like Ghosts and Goblins is a game that you use as an adjective to describe how hard other games are. How hard is a game? It's Ghosts and Goblins hard.
It's pretty. I haven't played through those yet because I'm scared. Not only are they like really difficult, but you have to play through it twice.
Yes. That just doesn't. I played through the first stage. I can't do this anymore. You can't do it. It's just too hard. Rose is asking, which Mario game is your favorite?
Hmm. I'll give like two answers.
Okay.
Like my favorite 2D one is Mario 3, I think. World's really good, but I just love 3. And then my favorite 3D one is Super Mario 3D World, because it's essentially like a 3D Mario 3.
Oh, okay.
So those are my favorites. I do like the 64 game style too, the collectathon ones.
Oh, sure.
But 3D World's just, I don't know. I really love that game.
Speaking of Mario 3, Abby, did you ever see the movie The Wizard?
I did, yes.
What did you think of it?
I love it. It's awful, but it's good. It's so great at the same time. I forgot that Christian Slater was in it. That was fun to remember.
That was Ron the Pharaoh had posted, I don't know if you follow him on Twitter, but he posted the Mario 3 cartridge. He says, "What's the first thing you think about when you say this?" My answer was The Wizard. And he brought up a good point. He's like, back then, there wasn't internet to find leaks, right? So, like, The Wizard was the first that we've ever knew of Super Mario 3. Like, when they opened up the curtains and they're like, Super Mario 3, and we're like, oh my god, that's Mario 3, this is so cool!
That's how everyone knew about the first warp whistle. It's like, how did that kid know?
Right.
How did you know?
This is really cool. Let's see here. We have Rose says she loves Mario 3. Faye, do you have other beanies, or is this one just your favorite?
My favorite. I have a few others. I have a purple one, but it's like knitted and it's like kind of warm. So maybe I'll wear that like in the wintertime.
Ooh, you know what Faye loves? The color purple.
Oh, purple's my favorite.
Yeah, Faye if you ever watch her stream, she's always got like this purple like ambiance and glow and everything. It's just really cool. Let's see here. Mighty Collector. Welcome in, Mighty Collector. Thank you for the lurk. This is Retro Rep of PLG. We are interviewing AbbyJamz.
Thanks, Mighty Collector.
Is he one of your English Phantom? Is he one of your community members? That's what I've tried to say.
Mighty Collector? Yeah, I've known Mighty Collector. Wow, it feels like since almost like when I first started streaming.
Oh wow, so quite a while then.
Yeah, Mighty's awesome.
That's cool. Colma brings it. Yeah, so this was my response to for Ron the Pharaoh. I said, yeah, how about that shout out for the Power Glove and the Wizard? What a bust that thing turned out to be.
It's a collector's item now, though.
It's all, yeah, right. Oh, it's a great collector's item, but I remember when I got that thing and I tried to play Punch-Out, and oh my god.
Yeah, it's miserable.
It was horrible. Let's see. Miss Ted says purple is the I can't pronounce that word. Patricians.
Patricians? Is that right?
Pesty, they say you aren't allowed to stream in the retro category unless you have Queen Abby's approval. Okay.
I like how I haven't seen like Pesty in like 3 weeks. This is how you treat me?
Right. Let's see. Terry 7. When you first started streaming, what equipment did you use? When you first started streaming, what was the first like microphone or camera that you used? I think that's what they're asking.
Still using them.
Oh, you're still. Oh.
I need to upgrade stuff. I need to do a lot of things. I need to like get like an actual space. This is just my living room. Every time I stream, I have to like pull everything out and like set it all up and all this.
Oh.
I just use like a Logitech like webcam that I got like I don't know back in like 2016 or something to like do voice chat with video chat with my friend that moved away.
Okay.
So I just had that. I have a light from when I used to shoot like commercials and weddings and stuff. I have like a PlayStation TV that's like my little gameplay monitor. And then like the rest of my living room setup is just like where I watch chat and mess with OBS and all that stuff. So I really need to just like get like an actual setup. And when I do that, like I have like other equipment I can use. I have like like a really nice microphone that I can use, and like a better camera and all this and that. But I just haven't set it up. I literally set all this up the way it is now to test stream, and I just forced myself to stream, and I just didn't stop. So.
Oh. Well, I will say this, and I mean, obviously, I'm a small streamer as well, but in my opinion, I don't really think it matters what equipment you use. I mean, you have to have good audio. I think audio is more important than good video, but again, just have good content, and then you can work on the rest of it. As long as you have good content, I think you're fine. Antares7 is also asking, what is your favorite genre of music? Or do you have and do you have a favorite band?
And do I have a favorite band? I like a lot of different stuff. I've got like probably over 100 records.
Wow.
I like rock a lot. I like alt rock a lot. I'm a huge fan of Michael Jackson.
Really?
Yeah, huge fan of Michael Jackson.
There's an interesting fact about you. I like that.
Yeah. I like didn't even start listening to music first. Like I was working overnights at a place, and like I would just get bored at night. And I was like, Michael Jackson's a weird person. I'll look him up and stuff. And the more I looked up, the more like I kind of like started to realize like how like he was depicted like in media and stuff like was awful, and like I just learned a lot about him, and then I became like a fan of the music. But the music's really good too. The dancing, he's just like, there's not going to be another Michael Jackson ever.
No, I agree.
Big Michael Jackson fan.
I like Michael Jackson, and all of my friends are like, they're like big into like 80s hair bands, or like 80s and like 80s metal, like Metallica and Iron Maiden, all these, and like none of them are into like anything even anything like Michael Jackson. And like I'll listen to Michael Jackson. I'll listen to Hanson, for God's sakes. Remember Hanson?
I do remember Hanson.
Bop. Yeah. Like there's a couple Hanson songs I like, but I always get made fun of by my friends. Like, what are you listening to this crap for? Turn on some Metallica, like whatever.
Music is like one of those things where people feel like they can like just trash you about it and stuff, but like I don't know, like experiencing music is a very personal thing. So it's just like I don't know. I don't like to shame anyone for what they listen to.
Right.
Like,
I agree with you.
Like half of us probably listened to Linkin Park and Limp Bizkit and all that stuff like 20 years ago. So, like, I don't want to see anyone shaming anyone else. Like, you listen to some garbage, too. It's all entertainment.
It is. You just don't... I mean, music talks to different people in different ways. I mean, it makes them feel differently. Let's see here. Oh, my question. I do have a question. We talked about music. What about movies? Do you have any favorite movies or favorite genre of movies?
I really like the movie Fight Club.
Fight Club?
I really like movies that, like, not necessarily make you feel... I mean, I like movies that make you feel good, too, but I like movies that kind of make you think and stuff. I know a lot of people didn't like it, but Darren Aronofsky is one of my favorite directors, and I really, really liked Mother, even though it's, like, a really hard movie to watch.
Mother? What is Mother about? I never heard of it.
I can't even tell you what it's about. It's like watching a fever dream. It's really crazy. Super intense.
Okay, do you have any... Okay, how about this? Do you have any favorite guilty pleasure movies?
Guilty pleasure movies?
Yeah.
I haven't watched it in a while, but like I used to watch Billy Madison a bunch.
Oh...
I like Dumb and Dumber, but I don't know if that's a guilty pleasure. That's just classic Jim Carrey.
That's Jim Carrey at his best, man.
Yeah.
Power Possum is saying Magic Mike.
I've never seen Magic Mike. I will say that, like, I do like Titanic, like, a lot. And I think I like it more than most people because, like, like some people are gonna like it and be like, oh, it's such a love story and stuff, and like I get that, but I also like that, like how fucking evil Billy Zane is. He's like laughably evil in that movie. I like. I remember one part, like someone was like, half the people on the ship are gonna die, and he's like, not the better half.
Yeah, I remember that.
It was just like, dude, I laugh at that. It's so unbelievable.
Oh, that's pretty funny. Miss Ted. Oh, we were talking about Jim Carrey. Miss Ted is asking, what about Cable Guy? Did you ever see Cable Guy?
Oh, I love the Cable Guy. Like a lot of people didn't like it and were like really negative about it and stuff. But like, it's such a dark movie. I like it so much. Jim Carrey's perfect in it.
He was. I love everything about his character in that movie. Like, he had the lisp. He was just very eccentric, and he pulled off that role so perfectly.
Yeah.
And then what's his name too? Matthew Broderick. Like, he was great in the movie too for what he did. And
you know what's one of the funniest things about that movie?
What's that?
It's like Jack Black is in it, and he plays like the straight man in that. Like,
I know.
Like Jim Carrey's like just totally completely crazy, and Jack Black is like, no, it's fine. Maybe I'll take my Cable Guy. And he's like all PO'd and stuff, and like drives away. It's like.
No, you're right. Usually,
should he be rolling around on the ground somewhere?
Usually, Jack Black plays that goofy kind of really odd, weird person, but he was just like a normal person. It was just very odd. Hey, Sneak Shooter, how you doing? Thank you for coming in. This is Retro Rep of PLG. I don't know if you've ever seen. I've watched this yet, Sneak Shooter. My guest Sneak Shooter is AbbyJamz. If you're not following her, go give her a follow on Twitch. She has an awesome chat community, and you can also follow her on Twitter. And she's pretty active on Twitter too. Let's see here. Does anybody else have any questions for AbbyJamz? Jack Black and Orange County. Did you ever see Orange County?
Orange County is pretty funny.
Oh, come on. When you think Jack Black, though, how does Saving Silverman not come up?
Yeah, he's funny. I mean, he's funny in pretty much everything. I really like the Tenacious D stuff.
I never saw Tenacious D.
Oh, so good.
I've heard it's really good. I just haven't watched it. I really liked. I really like. Steve Zahn. I'm a big Steve Zahn fan, and I think he's a very underrated actor. And I everything I've watched with him has just been really good. I just loved him in Saving Silverman. Let's see here. Oh, Miss Ted. I'm sorry, Miss Ted. I missed this question before. Miss Ted is asking Mario, F-Zero or Mario Kart.
Those are two different types of racers, though. Yep. I guess generally Mario Kart, but F-Zero is really good too. It's like a totally different type of experience, you know? And it might be different too if Nintendo made one like in the past like 15 years.
Right. Yeah, they made Super Nintendo, and then they made one on N64, right? I think they made one on N64.
And then there was one on GameCube, and that was the last one.
Oh, there was one on GameCube?
It was one of the Game Boy Advance ones. Yeah, there's a GameCube one.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was on GameCube and like in the arcade. And I think you could take like your save on your memory card, and like there was like a little memory card slot in the arcade where you could like pick your card with all its stats and stuff.
Oh, I didn't know that. I really liked F-Zero on Super Nintendo. I thought it was a really cool game. And like eventually
so good.
It was good. And like for a while I was like trying to compete, and then I kept losing, so then my friends and I just took bets on who could go off the jump and crash the furthest out. That became a game that became a game, and then we just had a ton of fun with that. Let's see here. No, Coma, I have not seen Pick of Destiny, and I am a Jack Black fan.
Pick of Destiny's so good. There's also like a Tenacious D like HBO show.
Oh,
and that's really good too. Actually, that's where the movie came from. They were going to do more seasons of it, but HBO was like too controlling. So I think they just made the Pick of Destiny instead.
You know what I thought was really funny? It's a Jack Black part, but it's not in a movie. It was in the show The Office. You ever watch The Office?
I haven't seen all the episodes. I've seen some though. So I don't think I've seen.
There's one episode where Andy starts watching the show and Jack Black is in it and he's like in love with like this 85-year-old woman. If you get a chance, Abby, look it up on YouTube because it's hysterical. Okay. And they just show bits and pieces of the show that he's in or movie, whatever it is. It's really funny.
Have you ever seen Great Minds with Dan Harmon?
I have not.
I don't think a lot of people have seen it, but like it's basically a show where like Dan Harmon plays himself and like they have this machine and they bring like historical figures back from the past and they interview them for a TV show. It's like very meta. Oh, cool. But like each of the celebrities, like, or each of the people they pull back, the historical figure they pull back through time is like a different like comedian. And Jack Black played Beethoven in an episode, and it was hilarious.
I can see you pulling off a Beethoven. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's super funny.
Ando Gamer. Hello, welcome in, Ando Gamer. I am Phantom Limb Gamer. You may call me PLG or Phantom. Ando Gamer has a question. Question for both of us. Woo! I got a question too.
Hi, Ando.
Your favorite Halloween candy growing up. You go first, Abby.
See, like, it's easy to like go ahead and just try to pick like just your favorite candy, but thinking about like the ones that you only get kind of around Halloween, I really enjoyed. Do you guys remember that like little Tootsie Rolls, the little like one serving size ones? Mm-hmm. But they had like ones that were like different flavors. They were like fruit chews almost.
Oh yeah, yep.
Oh, I loved those.
Really?
I want more of those. Yes, I want those.
Wow, that is a very surprising answer. Usually people give that answer when they're asked what their least favorite Halloween candy is.
My least favorite is like the wax paper like peanut butter candies. Those are so gross.
Like peanut butter cups?
No. The ones that are in the black and yellow, the black and orange wax paper.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like the super cheap ones?
Yes, I know what you're talking about. My favorite Halloween candy, oh my gosh. Man, that's a tough one. I really like Almond Joy, but I don't know if you want to consider that. I love coconut and almond. I don't know if you consider that Halloween candy, though. I mean,
all candy is Halloween candy.
Well, you could make that argument. I guess when I looked through my Halloween bag, the ones I would always pull up first were probably peanut butter cups. I was a big peanut butter cup guy, and Kit Kat, and then Butterfinger. Butterfinger is not one I usually ate a lot during the year, but then when I got them like in a Halloween bag, I would just go to town on those. My least favorite. It's a tie between candy corn and Smarties.
Yeah, everyone I knew loved Smarties. I'm like, oh, they're so gross though. It's like sugary chalk, and like they're all different colors, but they all taste the same. It's just like unnatural.
It's like eating Rolaids.
Yeah, it's like candied Rolaids. I hate it.
Candied Rolaids. Power Possum. This is about the fourth time he's asked, and I keep forgetting to ask. Does Abby like carrot cake?
Oh my god. Yes, I do. I'm gonna have carrot cake at my wedding.
Are you really? You like carrot cake, huh?
No.
Oh, you don't? Oh.
I mean, yes, carrot cake is good, but Possum knows what like these carrot questions.
I feel like I've missed something. Maybe an inside joke.
We'll fill you in, I'm sure.
Coma, let's see. Oh, I think Coma's referring to your fruit chews. They still have those. I just mixed the vanilla and lime ones this morning at work.
Oh, man. Like, where do you buy those? Is it only around Halloween time? Is it too late?
You could. I would imagine. I feel like if you go, I don't know if you have I don't feel like like a Lowe's or like a Home Depot close to you. But like there's a home improvement store here in Minnesota called Menards. And you go in there and they have stuff like that, like in bulk. Like you can buy like a 25-pound bag of these things.
Oh God, I don't know if I need that much.
Or you can buy like a huge thing of Tootsie Rolls or like a big, huge container of like cheese balls. Like stuff like that. I always found like these fruit chews that you love. I always found those like at a hardware store, some just very odd place that you wouldn't think to look. Let's see here. Ando Gamer says they always hated Milk Duds. I can't argue that, Ando Gamer. I think
I'm okay, but like it's not like my first choice. You know what I mean? Like I'm not reaching for the Milk Duds.
No, I'm not. I didn't like that they were so chewy. Like Whoppers, I'll eat Whoppers because they're crunchy. I like crunchy, but I don't like Milk Duds. Just they stick to your teeth and. Colma says I hated Smarties, but love to get the what? The Necco waffle? Necco Necco wafers? I don't know what those are, Colma. Necco wafers. I don't know what that is.
Never heard of that either. You know what I'm gonna get tonight? I'm gonna go get some chewy sweet tarts at the gas station.
Chewy sweet tarts.
That's gonna be my reward.
Oh God! Power Possum clipped. Carrot cake is filling. Oh boy. Let's see. We also have a generic brand here in Utah that we get year-round of those flavored chews. I personally, I'm not a Tootsie Roll guy, and I don't like those. I don't know. I don't like chewy chocolate. I just not. That's why I don't like Milk Duds. Does anybody else have any questions for AbbyJamz? Why are you so worried it's just carrot cake? I don't understand that comment. I feel like I need to be later on here. I need to be filled in on what this whole carrot cake thing is. Now I grew up with Necco wafers. I don't know what those are. I'm actually, like, we keep saying carrot cake. I'm actually a big fan of carrot. It's my favorite cake. Like, it legit is my favorite cake. And my chat community, for my birthday in April, they, like, called around in Minnesota here and found a bakery and had a Little Mermaid carrot cake made for me. And it was and that poster there, see that poster in my background? The Little Mermaid one? That was a gift. That was a gift from my community. And the crow one right next to it. It was really
awesome.
Cool. Our Possum says they love carrot cake. Okay, any other questions for AbbyJamz? Carrot cake is evil.
My friend makes a mean carrot cake.
Really?
Yeah.
Carrot cake is so good. What are these Necco wafers? I don't even know what these are. Do you know what those are, Abby?
I've never seen them. I want sprees. That's what I want.
Oh, hey, Sorge, how you doing? Sorge says, no questions for Abby, but it's good to see you both. Well, it's good to see you too, Sorge. Thank you so much for joining. Sorge, if you're not following AbbyJamz, if you could give her a follow. She's an excellent streamer. There's her Twitch link right there. And then you could also give her a follow on Twitter. All right. Well, I think we got all our questions answered. Abby,